So welcome to everybody to TTS 2021, organized by the Sección de Idiomas from Facultad de Humanidades USAC, the Embassy from the United States and Guatemala, and AHEDE. My name is Paola Abak, and I'm glad to be the host to this conference. So I would like to begin by giving some general instruction for this conference. So at the end of the conference, there will be 10 minutes for questions and also for answers. If you have questions, please write in the chat on YouTube and we will be happy to read them and to answer this one. So also we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube official channels, this one TTS conferences and Idiomas USAC, to follow all the conferences on these 3 days. So 10 minutes before the conference ends, we will be sharing the attendance link in the chat and it will be available 15 minutes after conference ends. Please make sure to sign it to have access to your diploma. So also the diplomas will be available on June 12th of this year. So for 30 days in the link that will be shared along with the attendance link by the end of the conference. So we appreciate your valuable participation in this conference, developing English language skills in remote learning, given by PEM Hugo Leal, PEM Evelyn Roca, PEM Gabriela Cotti, to whom we gladly welcome today in the name of the organization. So I'm going to introduce them by reading the biography. PEM Evelyn Roca, completion of studies as licenciada en Lingüística del Idioma Inglés, graduated as PEM in English from Universidad de San Carlos de Guatemala, experience as English teacher in private schools, professor at Universidad de San Carlos de Guatemala since 2019. Gabriela Cotti, completion of studies as licenciada en Lingüística del Idioma Inglés, graduated as PEM in English from San Carlos University, experience in teaching English since 2003, professor at San Carlos University since 2019. Hugo Leal, currently studying the master degree in curriculum in Universidad de San Carlos de Guatemala, completion of studies as licenciado en Lingüística del Idioma Inglés, graduated as PEM in Inglés from Universidad de San Carlos de Guatemala, professor in Sección de Idiomas, Facultad de Humanidades, USAC since 2019, experience as English teacher in elementary and high school level in private schools, English tutor since 2010. So let's welcome PEM Hugo Leal, PEM Evelyn Roca, PEM Gabriela Cotti for this interesting conference.
Thank you very much, Paola. Good evening. I am Gabriela Cotti. My colleagues and I are very excited to present this conference, and we want to thank you for being here with us today. And I want to start with this quote. To the world, you may be a teacher, but in our eyes, you are a superhero. And that is totally true, teachers, because you are an inspiration for your students and for all the people that is around you. Congratulations for the incredible work you have been doing. So welcome to this conference. And okay, just here. Welcome to this conference that is developing English language skills in remote learning. So as English teachers, we use many strategies, we use many methods to help our students develop, right, their English language skills. But what happened during this pandemic? We needed to adapt everything, right? We needed to adapt the teaching methodology, our teaching strategies, to help our students communicate in a good way. And it could be complicated, right? Because we have this barrier that is the computer screen, and it could be complicated for us to reinforce the speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills. So this conference aims to work successfully with your students by using some virtual educative tools that will motivate your students also to communicate effectively. So let's take advantage of the tools that technology is providing us. And hopefully these tools will be very useful for you. So we're going to start with this, with this activity. right? So we are going to complete a puzzle. So here, the link will be shared in the chat, right? So please, you need to click on that link and you are going to go to this site. Okay. So here, right? Okay, so you're going to go to this site. So what do you have to do first? Here, you have to go here in the configuration button and click and change name and color. Why? Because here you have to write your name. Write your name, and you can also change the color of the hand that you can see here. That hand is because you are going to use it to move all the pieces, right? So please remember to write your name here. Okay, remember that you need to come here in the configuration button, right? In the configuration button, and you can write your name. Also here in the preview, right? In the preview, you can see the image that you need to complete. And the person who is sharing the puzzle can also change the color of the background. So in this case, I can do it because I shared the puzzle, right? So as you could see, this is a great activity, right, for a warm-up. And in this side, in the right side, you can see the name of your student. So in this case, I have Jackie, excellent Jackie, Karen, Jasmine, Jamie, right? Excellent, because you follow the instructions. Congratulations, thank you very much. Ellie, Jamie, right? So also here you can see who is participating, right? And as well as the scores, but maybe here it's more than that, right? Because you can see like the abilities of your students as well as your likes and dislikes, right? So you can be acknowledged about their abilities. So excellent teachers, you are doing a great job. You can choose here among like more than 1,000 puzzles. And also you can choose how many pieces do you want in each puzzle, right? So you are doing a great job. So this is a collaborative activity, right? And also you can develop after this, right, the speaking skills in your students. Excellent teachers, come on, just 2 pieces. Okay, and that's okay, excellent. One piece is left. Okay, come on. You need to put the piece here in the puzzle. Okay, excellent work, very good. Excellent, so you did it. You did it, very good. Excellent. So thank you here, Karen, Jackie, Noemi, Sandra, Jasmine, Brian, Jamie, Leith, Jamie, right, Julissa. Thank you very much for your participation. Okay, excellent. So now let's continue.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Gabby, for sharing this amazing tool with us. I know that we all love puzzles, so our students will love it as well. So good afternoon, everybody. This is Evelyn, and I'm going to continue. You already know the name of our conference, and you have been like checking that it's about technology, but now I need you to complete a poll. So with this poll, I want to know your opinion about what you think. So do you think that students can develop the 4 English skills in remote learning? For me, it's really important to receive your answers. So please go to the link that is being provided in the chat, and then we're going to see your answers here. Okay, I have not received any votes. So please go to that link and vote. What do you think that is the correct answer for this one? Yes, they can. no, they cannot, or you don't know because you have not been teaching online during this year. So let me know what you think. Okay, I already have a vote. Thank you very much. Okay, so the person who voted said yes. I have 2 votes that said yes. Awesome. So everybody is saying that yes, they can. Okay, we have some of you that are doubting. Okay, so 93%, 89, some of them say no. Okay, awesome. So this kind of activity is also really useful for your students because you are going to create controversy between them and then they can start sharing their ideas. So in this case, all of the votes are anonymous. We cannot know who voted yes, who voted no, but anyway, then we can use a wheel or any other tool in order to start asking questions. Okay, if you think that yes, we can, how can we do it? So we start asking questions, then they start sharing their ideas, and little by little, they're going to lose the fear to talk. And in that activity, we can start developing at least 2 skills because they are going to be reading the questions and also they will be speaking while providing their opinions. So now that we know that most of you think that yes, we can, we're going to show you different tools that you can use in order to prove that yes, we can develop the 4 English skills while learning remotely.
Thank you very much, Evelyn. Thank you very much. So now here, I want to tell you about this tool that is Bookadoo, right? I don't know if you have heard about this, but Bookadoo is a great online recorder. It's a great online audio recorder and free to use. And the best thing is that there is no time limit for recordings. So all you need is to access the link, use the microphone in your computer, record your statement and share the link. It is easy, it is fun, and it is effective to develop speaking skills in our students. So to get started, all you need to do is to click on the big red button, right? So you have to click here. When you finish your recording, you have to just click on keep and share. So here, right, you can just keep that audio in your computer, or you can copy the link and share it as it is required, right? So it is easy, and you are going to see that in this moment. Why? Because you are going to have the first challenge, and the link is going to be shared with you in the chat too. So what is going to be the challenge? Is this, right? So you are going to use Bookadoo and you are going to record your own audio. Because of the time, right, you are going to record a 15-second audio, and you are going to choose one of these questions to answer, right? So we have, how do you feel about learning remotely, and how does technology make you feel? So you have to choose what is the question that you are going to answer, and just a 15-second audio, right? So something important that we need here is that if you are going to do this with your students and it's going to be a synchronous activity, you need, like, in that moment, everybody in silence, right? Because if not, probably you are going to listen a lot of noises in the audios of your students, right? So it is important just to be specific about what do you want. If they are going to do it during the class, for example, so everybody needs to be in silence. So that is something that we are going to do in this moment, right? Because you are going to have the opportunity to try it. So I am going to give you 20 seconds, right? Because I asked for an audio of 15 seconds. So then you have to just record your audio and send it in the chat. Please just send the link in the chat. And we are going to have the opportunity just to listen just some of the audios that you sent. Okay, so are you ready? Remember that you are going to have how many seconds? Just 20 seconds, right? Okay, so excellent. So I'm going also to just be in silence in this moment. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much. So now, can you please share the link in the chat, please? So in this way, we are going to listen to you, right? We cannot see you, but we want to listen to you. So please, and here I'm going just to check here. Okay, can you send the link? Can you share it? Okay. Was it difficult for you? Right, you can write that in the chat, right? You can write that in the chat if it was difficult for you, of what do you think, right? Okay, here. Okay, remember that we want to listen to you, right? So you don't have to be afraid to participate. Remember that did need just to try this, right? And you are going to see that it is so easy. That tool is too easy to use. Okay, so remember that this is because of the time, right? So, but we are going to be just here picking up the audios that you could send it. Okay, send it later. That you can send that later on, and we are going to listen to that, and we're going to have that opportunity. Okay, so thank you very much, and let's continue.
Well, so good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to greet you. First of all, I want to congratulate you because if you're here, it's because you're a teacher that is really focused and interested on keep getting training in order to do our job even better than the way how you are doing it. Because I'm pretty sure that during this pandemic and all the situations that we have been going through, well, this job has been kind of tired, right? And I'm pretty sure you all have been doing a very good job. The previous tool is a tool that you can use to develop or to practice speaking, right? So the tool that I'm gonna be sharing with you right now can also be used to develop the students' speaking skills, and it's gonna be divided into parts. I'm gonna show you how you can set up an account as an English teacher, as a teacher, and then you're gonna be the students, and hopefully you will have the chance to record a short video so I can also show you how is that the platform or the tool is gonna look like whenever the students participate and they upload their videos. Okay, so I will really need your participation on this so I will be able to show you that specific part. Okay. So I'm gonna be talking about Flipbridge, which is a tool that maybe some of you already have heard about. And well, if you haven't heard about it, so then don't worry. That's the reason why I'm gonna be showing you some of the things. Let's talk about Flipgrid then. Something good about this tool is that it can be used on a website, right? You can use it in the computer or you can just download the app. There is an app for this, so you may get it from the App Store or from the Play Store, right? Depending the device that you have and that you're gonna be using. So you can download it and it is completely free. There is not like a paid version or that you don't get some benefits if you use the free version. No, that's not gonna be a problem if you decide to use this platform. I'm gonna show you how you may use it in the computer, right? Because that's the source that we have right now. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to open a browser or you need to open a new window, depending the browser that you use, right? It can be any of them. And you're gonna type www.flipgrid.com. That's the website where you need to go. And this is the first thing that you're gonna see, right? This is the like the home page for this. And as right now we're gonna be focusing on how to work it as teachers. So at the top on the right side, you will be able to see the green box, sorry, the blue box that says educators signed up. So you need to click over there, right? Because right now we're gonna be the teachers. And here it says create your free educator account. So you may log in using your Google account or your Microsoft account, depending the one that you use, right? You have both options. So in my case, I'm gonna be using Google because that's the account or that's the email that I use. It's gonna show you if it is your personal like, computer and you have your email address saved on it. It's gonna show you your email address. If it's not your personal computer, well, you just need to click where it says that you can use a different account and you can manually enter your email address and your password. In this case, as I already have my email, I'm just gonna choose it from here and then it's gonna load and it's gonna show you pretty much the home page, right? The first thing that you will be able to see in this platform. Talking about this is that whenever the students upload a video, they will be able to see all the videos that have been uploaded by their classmates, okay? So as teachers, whenever you log in, this is the first thing that you're gonna see, which is gonna be the discussion part. There, if you have used the platform before, you will be able to see the topics that you have created, the titles, the dates when the activities were created, and if it is the very first time you are using the platform, so then obviously it's not going to show you nothing, right? Because it's the first time you are using it. Something good about this, besides the topics, which pretty much are the assignments, the activities that the students are going to be working on, you can also create groups. The groups, we may say that they are the classes, right? The online classes or the online groups that you're going to be working. So, for example, let's pretend that you are a teacher for middle school and you teach 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. So you can make a group for 7th grade, another group for 8th, and another group for 9th grade. Okay, so you and then in that specific group, you can just share the activities that are gonna be assigned for those specific students, right? So it is pretty easy. You just click where it says create group. You have the option to choose a cover image. You need to enter the group's name. If you want the group to be active or maybe hidden for any special reason. And here you have the option to invite the students by the email, or in the case if they have an account, you can use their username, or you can just link it to Google Classroom in case you use Google Classroom with them, okay? I'm not gonna do it right now because right now I just want you to see how, as teachers, how it looks like. So this is one of the ways how you can do it, so you don't get confused between the activities in case you're gonna use the tool too often and with different grades, right? Depending if you teach more than one grade or more than one group, okay? So this is pretty much how you can create a group or let's say a class. Now, let's focus on how to make a topic, right? Which are the activities that our students are going to be working. On the right side, as you notice, there is a blue box as well that says create a topic. So that's the place where you need to click on. This is the activity, right? This is the activity that the students are going to be working. The first thing that you need to set up is the title. So you have up to 35 characters to name the activity, right? So in this case, I'm going to name it Who is Going to Win? Godzilla or King Kong? right? This is just an example. Oh, well, in this case, I already got the 35 characters, so it has to be shorter. Let's just name it Godzilla versus King Kong, right? Obviously, you can use a different topic, one that is related with the activities or with the topics that you are working with your students. Or if there is not a specific topic, you can just create one that could be interesting for all your students. And here in this part, for example, you can type the instructions. So I may type record a 30 seconds video where you explain who is going to win and the reason why. Okay, here we have up to 1,000 characters. So you can do it like this. You can change a little bit the letters if you want to, right? It is up to you. Or you can also record a video instead. Maybe you don't want your students to read. Maybe you want them to practice as well their listening skills by using this tool. So then you can record a video with instructions. Or maybe you already recorded a video in your computer or in your cell phone with instructions or with any additional material. So then you can just upload the video here. You may share a link from YouTube if, in case there is extra material that could be useful for them from YouTube. You may add an image in case you may ask them to describe or to talk about it specifically about that image, right? It is up to you depending the activity that you want to make with them. In this case, I'm gonna just add an emoji, right? Because it's like the fastest one that we can implement here. So let's just add an emoji that will be visible for the students whenever they access to the activity. Okay? So let's keep scrolling down so we can see which other things we can do. Let's talk about permissions. The permissions have changed a little bit, so you have different options. If your students already have an account in Flipbridge, so then you may share the activity using their usernames. But we know that depending on the student's age, that could be kind of complicated, especially because nowadays they are using many platforms, so they have many usernames, they have a lot of passwords, and they are completely mixed up with all the passwords and usernames that they have. So that could be something that I may not suggest you. But if you want to work it like that, you may ask them to set up an account to provide you their username, so you may share it like that. Also, you may share it to their email address directly, so they're gonna receive an email with the activity that you are assigning for them, and that could be an option. Or what you can also do is you can just add the domain. For example, in this case, we can just add at gmail.com. So this means that whoever has this domain is gonna be able to access to this activity. Okay, so be careful with this because you need to be very specific, right? At gmail.com, or if you're gonna work it in your institution and all your students have an institutional email, you can add the domain for the institution. In this case, I'm gonna use, for example, the faculty's email, which is fausac.edu.gt, right? So you can add all the domains that you may need. You can add the specific email addresses if you want to. It's gonna maybe take you more time if you do like one by one. But if that's the way how you want to do it, you decide, right? However, it is easier and more practical for you. What I may suggest you is also to set up a guest password, just in case there are always those students who have problems with the emails or with some activities. I may suggest you to set up a password, so in case they cannot access using their emails, they can access using the password. So the password that I'm gonna set up for this activity will be English one, capital E, and the number one, no spaces. Okay. And so again, this is just in case there was one student that couldn't access with his or her email address. So this is like a backup, right? So the students will not have an excuse to not to work the activity, right? There are always those students who have problems accessing to the activities. So that's what I may suggest you. Going to the essentials, well, if the students access to with their email addresses, in this case, the topic moderation is when you, as a teacher, um, the videos that can be shared or that can be seen by the other students are only the ones that have been approved by you, okay? So it means that if there's a student who is not who uploaded a video that maybe is not too appropriate. So you may decide if you're going to share it or if you're not going to share it, right? But in these cases, it depends on you, depending how you know the students, if they behave well, if they behave correctly. So then you can just leave it open. I personally, when I have used it, I haven't had any problem with the students. They always have followed the instructions and uploaded the videos just the way they have been requested. But if you consider there could be a problem with that, so you may activate it so only the videos that you approve will be uploaded and be able to be seen by everybody over there. Okay. About the recording time, the lowest time that they have the chance to record is 15 seconds, and the highest one is 10 minutes, so they have up to 10 minutes to record the videos. And here you pretty much choose, right? In the instructions, we mentioned 30 seconds. However, I personally give them more time. In this case, I'm going to choose 45 seconds because we usually have those students that get excited when they are talking. So for them to not to feel bad that they were interrupted while they were working, so we can just give them some more seconds, right? So they may feel good and free to share whenever they are talking, right? Here in the comments, this can be used only if they are logged in, if they access to the activity using their email addresses, okay? If they access using the guest password, they won't be able to comment their classmates' videos, right? However, that's not really indispensable. If you consider necessary, you can have it activated here, or you can just have it deactivated. It also depends on the purpose of the activity that you're gonna be making, and it also depends on your students' behavior, right? You may set up an activity, for example, where you may ask them part of the grade that they are gonna get is to comment their classmates' videos, right? They can comment like by typing, or they can even record a video by answering the question. So you can, for example, make a debate about staying at home or going outside, for example, about face-to-face learning and remote learning with them, which of them do they prefer? And some students may record a video where they share their opinion about learning face-to-face, and you may ask the rest of the students to record a response to those videos, like debating that learning online, that remote learning is better than face-to-face learning, right? So it depends on how you adapt it, but if you don't want to work it like that, if you don't want your students to be able to comment their classmates' videos, so then you just choose none, right? Or you just hear the option that will be better for you. The closed captions is something that the website or the app does by itself. And it pretty much makes captions for all the videos that the classmates, that the students upload in the platform, right? We have to be careful because obviously if there are some students who are mispronouncing words, obviously the captions are not gonna be like so good because there are students who are struggling with pronunciation. So obviously the system, the platform is not gonna recognize those words that could be mispronounced. Here we have the option that says more options, right? Where we could check some other things that we can set up for the activity. If you want to add an additional link that could be useful for the students to watch or to listen or to see before they work or they record the video, so you may have this part on. The status is how do you want the activity to be whenever you are making it. If you want it to be active, if you want it to be frozen, if you want it to be hidden from now, and here you have the option to decide until which day you want that topic, that activity to be in that specific status. Right now, I'm just gonna leave it like active, right? It's gonna be active from today, and here you may choose the due date. So let's choose as due date Wednesday, right? So the students have from today until Wednesday at midnight, right? 11:59 p.m. to record and to upload their video. So this is very important because after that date and after that time, the students won't be able to upload videos. So this is good in the case if you work due dates and you want to be like very specific and strict with that part. So this can be useful for all of them. Talking about the notification notifications, this is the first part is about you, right? If you want to receive notification about the responses, about the comments, daily, weekly, in your email, you decide, right, how many notifications or like the specific time whenever you want to receive them, if every day or every week. And here, if you want your students to receive notifications, right, it basically depends on you. I will suggest you to have it off because the students, some of them get stressed whenever they have too many emails. So it's better if we don't stress them with that. About the video and cover image effects, here you may allow them, right, to add cover images whenever they stop recording the video. We're gonna see that part in a moment, or if they can only stay with the video, or if you don't want them to be able to use any of that whenever they finish. If they may add additional links, like external links, whenever they are recording the video, the students in the platform, in the website that I'm sharing with you, and they are allowed to like their classmates' videos, right? Remember that the videos will be visible for all of them, whoever access to the topic, to the activity, so they may like between each other their videos. This could be useful, right? Because you know that nowadays students love social media and they are constantly looking for likes, for comments, for sharing and followers and all of that. So this could be something good. You can even add it as a challenge, right? The student who gets more likes is gonna get one extra point or something like that. Download and share, that applies only for the student who is recording a video. So let's pretend that I am the student and that I recorded my video and that I already uploaded it. So it means that whenever I already have uploaded my video, I will have the chance to download my video or to get a link so I may share it with others, right? So if you want them to be able to do that, so then you have it on. If you don't want them to be able to have that option, you can have it off. But just remember that this is only for their personal video, right? Not for the classmates' video, only for them. Video editing, if in case you want them to be able to make any change in the video, right? Like trimming, deleting, or rearranging the video. Whenever they finish recording, they can make changes. I may suggest you to have this part on because that's pretty much what the students love to do. View count, it shows them how many times their videos have been seen. So students also will like this part because they will feel popular, let's say like that, if they have many views. And don't worry if there is a student that maybe is not getting too many views or too many likes. You as teacher, you can like their videos more than once, and it's not like, and they will get more views if you watch the video 10 times, right? So if there is a student that maybe doesn't have any like or any view, so don't worry. You can help that student as a teacher, so that student may not feel so bad. Sticky notes, in the case you want, while they are recording, you want them to be able to add a sticky note so they may get like extra help in the platform, you decide. And about the feedback, they can get basic feedback, which is pretty much that is gonna remain for the moment, or they can get custom feedback. You may create your own rubrics in order to evaluate their performance. However, the custom feedback will be available until August. So, well, if you want to use it, you are free to do it, right? You can add the criteria, so you can create your own rubrics, or you can just use the basic feedback for that. And you can save the things, everything that we have done on the settings right now. You can just save it as your default settings, or you can just leave it like this. Right now, I'm gonna create a topic, right? So our topic is ready. We may share this topic with our students with the link that you see right now, or just with the code. So the code that we're gonna be using is that one that you see number 8 E3C8C58. That's the code we're gonna be using. Remember that if you log in using your Google account, you don't need a password, but I am you're gonna see the code in the chat, in the YouTube chat, because I need you to please participate in the activity so I can also show you, well, you can also see how it looks like when you are a student, and then I can show you as well how you may provide feedback or how it looks like whenever you are a teacher as well, right? So you're gonna get the code, the link, and also the password just in case you need it. Okay. And remember, the password is only needed if you don't log in using your Google account. Okay. So this is the topic. This is what you're gonna see. This is how it's gonna look like whenever you finish the activity. Now I'm gonna log out so I can log in as a student and you may see what you have to do. Okay. So I am logging out. I am pretty much pasting the link. Okay. You can click on it from the browser, right? You can just open it. Here it shows you the topic and the person who made it. And this is the part where you can, or where the students can log in using the password, right? Just in case their Google account or their Microsoft account is not working. So they can just get in using the password. Or as we enter the domain gmail.com, so we may log in using Google, right? This is what I may suggest you. Log in and you're gonna choose your email if you have it in your computer, or you can manually enter it. Okay, so as students, this is how it's gonna look like, right? If you notice, it has the title, the topic, it has the instructions, and it has the name of the person who made it, the date when the topic was made. Do you see the emoji that is at the right? That's the emoji that we added. And here we have zero responses, right? Because nobody has recorded a video yet. And so pretty much what the students have to do is click where it says record a response. I'm gonna turn my camera off here from Zoom, so I may be allowed to use it here in Flipbridge, right? So the students need to click over there, and what it's going to do is gonna open their cameras like this, right, in their computer or in their cell phone if they are using a cell phone. So the students will love this because it's pretty much similar to social media. They can add effects like filters. For example, I'm gonna show you here. For right now, do you see there are some filters over there? You know that teenagers and kids, they are completely in love of Instagram and stories and TikTok and all those crazy things. So they're gonna love this, right? Because they are going to be doing homework, practicing speaking, and they will be also doing things that they like to do, right? Which is using filters, images, and all of that. You can also add like well, as a student, you can also add images or emojis, right? And here we have one. I'm just gonna put it here, right? This is pretty much everything that the students can do before they start to record. Let's use a frame as well. Let's use this one maybe. Okay. And there are more options, right? Like board, they can also make a board over there. They can add text. They can add a photo, right? So whenever the students have decided what they are gonna do, they just click in the circle, and this is gonna start to record. Okay, so right now it already started to record, and if you see at the top on the right side, it shows them how much time they have left, right? So that's helpful for them as well because they will be able to see how much time they have left. And the students pretty much are gonna be talking here, okay? And then they are gonna click on pause. Let's pretend that I already finished. I click on pause. I click on next. This is automatically is gonna show me my video, the video that I as a student recorded, and it's gonna show it here, right? So the students can watch it, can listen. Oh, I am satisfied with the result. I am not satisfied with the result, so they may record it again. If they are not satisfied, so they can add more and they can record it again. Or if they are satisfied, they can just click on next and it's gonna show them this part, right? They need to enter their names and they can add you remember that we allow them to add like external links. So here they can add the external link in case they need to. Remember that we allow them to upload photos on all of that. So this is the place where pretty much can do it. And if everything's ready, if everything's done, they are gonna click on submit or you're gonna click on submit, right? It's gonna upload the video. It doesn't take so much time depending obviously the length of the video and the internet speed. And do you remember that we allow them to be able to download their videos? So this is the part where this applies, right? So they can download their own personal video, or maybe they can download only the image, or they can just get the link so they may share it with their friends or with a teacher if there is an external platform that they may need. So that's pretty much the place where they may do it. Once they are done with this, they just click on done. Very good, thank you. So if you see, there is another teacher who already uploaded her video. So this is how this is gonna look like. I may suggest you to please do it, so you will be able to see like yourself on the screen, right? You will be famous. And if you remember, we allow them to like the videos, right? So I can give her a like, right? And I can, as I am using my email address, I will be able to comment as well. Let's watch her video. Let's give a frame as well.
Hello everyone. I think that between Godzilla and King Kong, I don't have any idea. But I think because he's stronger and braver, King Kong. I'm King Kong team. That is why I say that King Kong is going to win.
Okay, you see? So here you can watch the video. In this case, remember that I am logged in right now as a student. So what I can do, let's pretend that we are classmates, right? So I can leave her, good job, my friend, right? Let's pretend that we are friends. Or if you remember, I can also record a video. Let's pretend that I don't agree with her answer. So I may record a video saying, you know what? I don't agree with your answer. I don't think King Kong is gonna win. I think Godzilla is gonna win. What's wrong with you? Right? So we can make a debate or a conversation with that. That's really up to you. Okay? So this is a student. I'm gonna log out as a student and I'm gonna log back in as a teacher. So I may be able to show you how you may provide feedback, which is pretty much the last thing that we're gonna be doing. Okay. So I am back again as a teacher. So as a teacher, I will be able to see my topics. I will be choosing the last one that was created right here. We already have 4 responses. Very good. Good job. Okay, we have Erica, and Herbert, very good. So let me check Herbert. If you notice, I can see that he has 2 views already. So let me open his.
Okay, I think King Kong is going to win because he has more brain
Okay,
than Godzilla.
so you notice? So here you may evaluate. You can just, as teacher, you can just add a comment, public or private, or you may provide feedback. Do you remember the feedback part? In this case, we chose the regular way, with regular option, right? So here you may provide them the feedback about how the way this student was performing. You can even record a video if you want to make it like more personalized for the student. You can record a video where you provide the specific feedback to the students, which I personally consider that would be very useful. Instead of only typing feedback, it's better if you may record a video so the students can watch it and may see you as well. Maybe if it was a pronunciation mistake, so in the video you have the option to tell them how they mispronounce the word and how they can make it better. Okay, so Flipbridge has many options, many things that you can do over this. Because of the time, we cannot go deep into each of them. But now you already have like the idea of how to use it. So I invite you to explore it, to check it with your students, because if you notice, it is related with many things that they use right now. So they will really enjoy it, and that's gonna save you time as well in your classes, right? Sometimes you don't have time for them to present because you need to be covering different parts, different activities. So this is gonna help you as well and save you some time when working remotely. Okay, so thank you, and let's continue. Let's get in some extra ideas from our from my colleagues. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Hugo, for that explanation of that website. So now I'm going to share one of my favorite websites. Its name is Sutori. And what is it? Sutori is a collaborative website. Here, I have some tips or some important facts about Sutori. When you're going to use it, it's really important to get your student email addresses and to add them to collaborate. So that's why I'm going to ask you to send your email address through the YouTube chat so I can add some of you to participate and to collaborate with me in the activity that we're going to do as an example. Then here I have that you only have 30 days as a free trial. With this free trial, you have access to all the tools that Tutori has. And if you want to continue having access to all of the tools, you need to pay $99 per year. But there is also a free version that doesn't have all the features that we are going to see right now, but it has many of them and it's going to be really useful as well. In my experience, I would recommend to use Zoom rooms or different meet sessions so your students have the chance to talk between them while they are creating a story or a presentation so they can interact in a better way. And the Sutori gives you the chance to use your imagination because as teacher, you can create presentations. You can ask your students to create timelines, to create stories, to create a forum. So right now we're going to explore it closely. So in order to get access to Sutori, the only thing that you need to do is you need to go to Google and you need to type sutori.com. So as you see here, it has like the basic information, pricing and everything. But if you do not have an account, you need to choose where it says sign up and you can sign up with Google. If not, if you already have it, we are going to go directly to log in. And in this case, in order to make it faster, I will sign in right now. So Sutori is a really organized website because as you see here, I have my collections. So you can classify your students. Like for example, if you teach elementary, you can have like a first grade, second grade, and you're going to classify your folders. So you're going to have an easier access to your students' work. I created this one that says TTS, but I can create another one. So I can click where it says create collection and it is going to ask me for the title. So let's write TTS2. So I have another folder now. You see, it's going to be added to my collection. So now I can create my first story. In order to show you our result, I'm going to choose one of the templates that I already have. So let's choose this one that says reading log. So this one has like the basic information. We can modify it, but we have a base about what we can create. So when I mean like to present, that you can use Sutori to create a presentation. For example, here that they already have information, I can click where it says present. And it is going to look like a PowerPoint presentation or like Google Slides. So you just click on next and it is going to keep on showing you the details that you added. So that's how it is going to look like at the end. But now, let's create one from scratch. Like, let's use one that is in blank. So here we have the cover page. We can edit it and we can use whatever image we want. If we have one in our device, in our computer, we can click where it says device and we are going to upload it. If not, we can choose one that is in the Sutori bookstore. So for example, here, let's say that we're going to talk about friendship. So I look for friendship and I check what image I like the most. And let me see. Okay, I like this one. So I choose it and now it's loading. As soon as it loads, it's going to give me the option to drag it so I can put it in the position that I want to. So I like it like this. So I'm going to click on save. And now it's loading. As you see here, I can insert the title of this story that I'm creating right now. So I can say friendship again. And here I can write an introduction. So I can say, we are going to share information about our best friends, for example. So we add the introduction here, and then here I can create a subtitle. So in that subtitle, we can say pictures and stories. So I already have like the base here. Now I can ask my students to join. So let me see, we already have some email addresses. Did anybody provide an email address so I can add them here? Okay, not yet. While I wait, I'm going to explain more features then. So this is going to be like a timeline. So here I have some plus signs where they are going to give me the options to add text, to add images, to add a video, to add audio. We can even add a file. We can add a link. We can even create a quiz, a short quiz, like a multiple choice or a matching quiz. We can add an important fact where it says, did you know? Or we can create a forum. So let's add a video. For the videos, again, we have the option to use that device. So if you want to ask your students to add a video that they create, you may ask them to record it, to save it in the computer or in their cell phones, and they can upload it. If not, they can see if they can find something useful in the library that this one has, that tutorial has. They can add a link from a different website that is not YouTube, or they can add a YouTube link. So I have this one here. I'm going to copy the link, and I'm going to add it. As you see here, the video is already there. I can type a description. So this is a beautiful story. And then I can leave it there, and I can ask my students to comment. So this is an example with a video. We can even ask them to record an audio. So if I click where it says start recording, I'm going to record my voice. So right now we are trying this feature. And we click where it says upload, and they're going to have access to my audio as well. And they can comment. They can add pictures. Like I'm going to choose one from here. Friends again. So I can add a picture, and I can add a description. And that's how you're going to start asking your students to add information. Okay, so I already have one link here. I'm going to add him so you can see how it works. Okay, when you want to add your students, you have different options. You go to this option that says share, and you paste the email address here. It is going to recognize the name of the person. And let me see, I had another email. Okay, thank you. So the students that I'm going to add here are going to receive an invitation email. So in this case, they're not going to be asked to create an account. They can join this story only with the link that is going to be provided to them. If you know that your students already have a Satori account, you can choose the option that says share, you can make it public, and then you're going to share this link that appears here that says copy. You just send the link through Google Classroom or through Meet if you're using Meet or Zoom, and they're going to join without any problem. So as you see here, as I already added my colleagues, I have Gabriela Coti and Hugo Leal, and they appear here that they are going to collaborate with my story. So as soon as they get access to the story, I will see how they are collaborating here. So when they start adding comments or they start working, I'm going to receive notifications here. So for example, here, when I tried this some days ago, they were writing comments, so they sent me the notification that they were working on the document. So you're going to have proofs that your students were working. So Gabriela is already here. You can see her name. And let's see where she's going to collaborate. Sometimes you will need to refresh the website because it's kind of slow, but it doesn't matter. At the end, the results are really beautiful, so you will love them. Okay, in the meantime, let's create a short quiz. Okay, so you see here, it says GA, Gabriela is editing. So I can see where she is working. So that's really good because you can actually see that your students are working. So I was going to create the quiz. So here I have the quiz. So let's pretend that this is a real question. Do you have a best friend? And then I can write the options. Yes, no, I don't know. This looks like a poll. It's not a poll. Let's pretend there is a question. So we're going to check that the correct answer is yes. We're going to mark it here, and then we're going to leave the quiz. And that's how your students are going to see the quiz. Whenever they click on an incorrect answer, this didn't save the right answer. So it is going to look as red, that it is incorrect. So your students need to try again. Okay, so let me see if I already have, I can see here the comment that Gabriela wrote. So she wrote, I really like this video. So that's how your students are going to be able to share their ideas about the pictures, about the stories, about the files that you are going to upload to Tutor. Okay, so with this website, as I said, this is one of my favorites because you can integrate reading if you upload a story. You can integrate writing if you ask them to write a story, to debate inside of the website, or to create a forum. They can both speak in, they can record their voices if you do not have that much time in class. You can ask them to record their answers so you may hear them later. And of course, they can also improve their listening skills because they are going to have the chance to watch some videos and to listen to the recordings of the other classmates they have. Okay, so well, this is Tutori. So now that you know it, or probably if you already knew it, but you were not that interested, you can see that it has many resources and you can check it later.
Sorry, sorry, you didn't hear me, right? Okay, now I think that it is ready. Okay, so thank you, Evelyn. Thank you for that tool. It is amazing, right, Sutori? And also, we are sharing with you these tools, and some of these are more complex than others. They are for all ages. And here I want to show you this, and this is a story jumper, right? And this tool is effective to reinforce the writing and speaking skills in our students, right? So here you can create and narrate your own story. So let me tell you how it works. Okay, so first, right, so you need to write in the browser storyjumper.com. That is the first thing that you need to do. And so you can sign it with your Google account or with any account that you have, right, with your email address. So here you need to log in, and all the people that is going to be involved, they need to have an account, right? Also, another thing is that if your students are under 18, they need the permission of their parents. So maybe the process is going to be longer, but also they can change like the date of birth, right? But it is fun here to create the book. So now you are going to see, and okay, so here, because I already have my account, right? You will see here the books, right? The books that some of my students created. So now we are going to click here on create book. And I'm going to choose this in blank. Okay, so now, okay, so here, right? So in the left side, you can see that we have 5 different content, 5 different type of content. We have text, props, scenes, photos, and videos. So the first one is text. So we have to click on text, and okay, so I'm going to write here. Okay, I'm sorry. And okay, I'm going to start again here with my text. And having a great time with my pet. And here I can change, right, the font style, also the font size of this page, and the font color. Okay, so also I can resize my text box, and also I can move it, right, by dragging it. Excellent. So next, the next type of content is props. So here I have, right, the images that I could use. But in that case, in the case that I want another picture, another image, here in search props, I'm going to write the specific topic, right? So I'm going to choose this, and I have it here, right? So now I have the dog that I want, the image that I want, right? So then I can just eliminate this here through the trash can. Okay, so then also here, for example, I have some characters, right? So design characters, and here I can just change the hair color, for example, and hair color, hairstyle, right? Also clothing, right? And shoes, for example. And okay, so now I have my character, and is this little girl. Okay, so now is here, right? So then I go to scenes. That is the third content. So as you can see here, we can have, right, different scenes, or also we can here, we can look for another scene. So I chose beach, right? And that's all. So now I have this. Okay. So now I can choose photos, right? And this is, you can choose a photo that is kept in your computer, or you can search for photos here in the library. So I'm going to choose another one, or, okay. And I'm going to choose this. Okay, just, it is going to be my scene, right? Okay. And now I have it, right? So here, and this is the one of my pages of my book. So then after that, we have the video. Okay, just give me here and the voice, right? So in this case, I can record my voice. So you can see here. Okay. Having a great time with my pet. So then here, sorry, okay. And here you could see that I can add some music, right? So some music, and I'm going to click on adventure. I'm going to have that. So I'm going to add this kind of music, right? So then I have to add a sound effect. So in this case, because I have a dog, I'm going to add the dog. Right, so when you click on play, you are going to listen to the 3 tracks. Having a great time with my pet. Okay, excellent. So now I'm going to click on save. Right, so I have one of the pages of my book, and also here in the navigation, right, in the navigation bottom, I can go to my cover page. So here also I can write the title of my book and my favorite pet, that is the title of this book, right? And also I can change the font size, I can change the font style and the font size, the font color, also the color of my cover page, right? And also I can add another image, right? That is according of the instruction that you gave. So then I can create this book just by myself, or I can ask for the collaboration of my students. So in that case, I'm going to click on collaborate. Right, so in that way, my students are going to be able to edit that book, right? So you have to write here the email, and after that, you are going to write, okay, you are going to invite each one of your students, so they are going to receive the email and they can edit their same book. But remember that each one needs to have an account, right? Because if not, it is not going to work. So all of your students need to have the account. So to be registered here in Story Jumper, so they will be able to edit the book, okay? And after that, also you can just click on save and exit, right? And here, if you have a complete book, you can share it here, right? Share the link that is going to appear here, right? Copy and share the link. And then you can share it with your students or with friends, right? So everybody can read, can just see your book. Is that right? So thank you very much. Hopefully this will be also a great tool for you to use with your student.
For sure it will be. Thank you very much, Gabby. So now I'm going to present the very last tool that we have. I'm going to do it really fast because we do not have a lot of time, but this is Lingua. So Lingua is a really useful tool when we don't have a publishing house that provides us enough resources. So with Lingua, you can encourage your students to practice reading, listening, and writing through dictations. I'm going to show you the website here. You only need to go to lingua.com. And over there, there is going to give you the options to choose the language that you want. In this case, we are going to work in English, of course. So we choose English, and right here you have the three options that I already mentioned. You have reading, you have listening, and you have dictations. With reading, it is going to be divided in the different levels according to the European framework. So we have A1, A2, and according to the level of your students, you can share with them the reading. You have two options. You can share the link so they can answer directly on the website and they can send you a screenshot, or you can download the document or the reading, and they're going to see it as a PDF in this way. So you can upload it to Google Classroom or to any other platform that you are using in your school. Besides reading, we also have listening. So let me share my audio here. Okay, we have listening. And the most important thing, or a really awesome thing about this, is that they have different accents. So for example, if I choose this one, I can listen to it in American accent or in British accent. Actually, in American accent, we have both. We have a woman and we have a man. And in British accent, we only have a man. But it's really good because your students are going to practice different accents. So let me play the first one with the British accent.
Lingua.com, listening comprehension. David is planning a vacation. David is planning a vacation.
So that was the British accent, and now we have the American accent.
Lingua.com, listening comprehension. David is planning a vacation.
So after they complete the listening, they are going to have different questions that they're going to answer, and then you can ask them to send a screenshot of that as well. You have the option to complete dictations here so they can practice their spelling. These dictations are not divided in levels, so you just choose the one that you want. And it's really good because at the beginning it goes fast, but then it repeats word by word, so it's going to be easier to your students to understand what they're saying. Let's check.
Lingua.com, dictation. The little girl is exploring the park today. The little girl is exploring the park today, period. She sees green trees that are perfect for
So
climbing,
let's
and she
pretend
feels
that
the
I
soft
already
green
have.
grass under her feet. She
So I can submit my dictation, and I'm going to have in gray what is correct, and they're going to cross out what is not correct, and they're going to give me the correct answers. So basically this is Lingua really fast. So it's going to be an amazing tool. As I mentioned at the beginning, if you do not have enough resources from your publishing house. Okay, thank you, professors, for all the valuable information you provide to all the participants through the conference. So now I'm going to read the questions that our participants sent. And the first one is, Hugo, is there any limit of responses on Flipbridge? Michelle Morales answered this.
Thank you, Paula. Well, that's a very good question. I was researching about the limit of responses, and well, the information that I found is that there is not any limit, right? So even one student can add more than one answer to the topic that we have. Um, I haven't had that problem that one student like uploads more than one video, right? Because they don't usually do that. But no, there is no limit. Even for the same student, there is no limit.
Okay, thank you. So the second question is about the story jumper. Can do can you do this with a cell phone, Gabriela?
Yes, you can do it. You can do it in any device. Meanwhile, you need just to have your account, but you can do it in any device.
Okay, thank you. And the last one, with the applications you share, do they have free access or just trials for a couple days?
And the story jumper, no, the story jumper is free, right? The story jumper is free, so you just need to register with your email account, and that's all.
Okay, thank you. And the
But
other ones?
In the case of Flipgrid, it is completely free as well. So unless they change something, right? But at the moment, it is completely free.
Okay, and in the case of Sutori, it has a free trial where you have access to all the features that we were checking. And after that, there is also a free version that doesn't have all the features, but is still useful. And in the case of Lingua, it is free. You can also find a paid version that is for $12 per year, where they are going to give you more readings, more audios. But if you want it for free, you already have the resources that I already showed.
Okay, excellent.
So
Thank you for solving all the doubts. So now the TTS program, sponsored by the United States Embassy, AGEDI, and with the support section of Idiomas and Facultad de Humanidades, has developed free manuals with material which you might find interesting and useful. So they are sharing the Drive folder link from where you may download the manuals in this moment. So also please don't forget to fill the attendance form. Remember that it will be available for 15 minutes after the conference ends. And also remember that the diplomas will be available on June 12th. You can download until that date. So thank you very much for your participation in this conference. We invite you to follow all the transmission on these 3 days of TTS 2021 and have a nice evening.